Hello, friends. Today we're going to make a fun cake. It is a birthday cake flavored cake, and it's not anybody's birthday, but we are having a summer picnic tomorrow, so I thought I would share this recipe with you. Now, I've never made birthday cake flavor, and I've done a lot of research, so I narrowed it down to three extracts. We're going to use almond flavored, vanilla flavor, and butter flavor. Some people use that, some people don't. We're going to try it out and see how it works out today. Let's so I've got the cake pans all nice and greased so that our funfetti cake does not stick. And then we're going to put some parchment paper in there. And we need to put some, and I cut these ahead of time. Just stick them in there, nice. Because with the rainbow sprinkles, the candy, that will sometimes some of them sink to the bottom, and we don't want our cake to stick. We're going through all this to make our own homemade cake, so we don't want it to stick. Some grease in that too. Then I think I need a little bit more. I'll put some flour in there too. It always pays to do this step, it really does. Let's take a little bit of flour, a couple tablespoons, and I'm using gluten-free flour, and you don't have to. Just kind of coating it around, give it a little tap, and then I just use whatever's left, put it in the other. It's gonna make a mess. Give it a little tap because I don't want it to be big glops of flour sticking to the pan because that will stick to your cake. There we go. So now I'm going on to my cake flour, and how I make the cake flour is I'm using 3 cups of all-purpose flour. In this recipe I'm doing today, I'm using gluten-free flour, but it doesn't matter. You can use gluten-free or regular. And you're going to take out 2 tablespoons of flour per cup. So we're using 3 cups of flour, and I'm going to remove a total of 6 tablespoons of flour. I remove those and then set them aside. And then the next step is we're going to add some corn starch to the flour. We're going to take that flour, we're going to take that cornstarch and we're going to add 2 tablespoons per cup. So I've added a total of 6 tablespoons to the flour, and then we're going to sift it 5 times, as you see in this video here. Now with this cake, the best way for it to come out the best is to have your eggs, your milk, your sour cream, your butter out at room temperature. And I've had that out plenty of time. And the next step that's going to take a little while is our flour mixture. And we have a total of 3 cups of flour minus 2 tablespoons per cup. So out of the 3 cups of flour, I took out 6 tablespoons. So here's that mixture. Now, I've checked a few recipes and a few people use the cake flour. I don't have any, so I looked up how to make your own. So you basically are going to use 1 cup of flour minus 2 tablespoons, and you're going to substitute that with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. So that's what this is, 6 tablespoons, because we have 3 cups. And I've never made my own cake flour. I thought you could, but every once in a while I'll buy cake flour, but not too often. So we're going to go ahead and kind of whisk that together, and then we're going to sift this multiple times. So that's a little time consuming, but on the research I did, it sounds like it's going to be make our cake nice and light and fluffy. So that's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda in there. I'm just giving it a good whisk together, and then we're going to go ahead and sift it. So let's see. Let's see if we can use this bowl without making a... Let's just get another bigger bowl. Let's go ahead and take our measuring cup. And I've got a couple sifters. I have this bigger one. We'll try it so it doesn't take forever, but I really like this little one I have. So we'll see. I probably will end up going back to that, but so let's just start sifting. Now, one of the gals, I think it was in the recipe called Tasty. I'll try to put the link in there. They recommend it like 5 times to sift it. I'm not positive if she said that. Maybe it was Pioneer Woman. So I checked out multiple recipes to try to come out with the one that I think I'm gonna like the best. Oh, this is working all right. This will take a while. It would have helped to be over a big bowl, though. Let's find a big bowl. Oh, you know what? I have my glass bowl and you can see what's going on. Let's use that. It's like, how many dishes can we dirty? We got to preheat our oven. We're going to put this in the middle of the rack, the middle rack of the oven. Let's do that now. Let's make sure I've got, yeah. I'm going to put that at 350. It's probably going to take us a while to do this. So I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but we'll just do it a little bit so that you get the idea of what we need to do. And you do see a big difference. And of course, when you sift it, takes out those lumps out of your flour. That's not too bad, right? That'd be crazy if I used that little one because that would take forever. So there's just a little bit left at the bottom, and I'll just put that through, and we're going to do it again. Let me just show you how it looks just with that one time through the sifter. I was looking for trending desserts, and birthday cake flavors like still pretty big, like the funfetti type of basically rainbow sprinkles in your cake mix, and that's still pretty popular. So I thought, well, we're going to this summer picnic, and I got that big bottle of rainbow sprinkles at the very beginning of summer, and I'm like, I want to make desserts with, that's going to be my theme for the summer, is the rainbow sprinkles. And I thought about doing Rice Krispie treats. I wanted them to look like kind of like popsicles and put them on sticks, but I didn't have to take the time to go to the store and get like a popsicle type of cookie cutter. Probably could have got it online too. And a mountain of flour. Ooh, it's heavy. But we'll come back. We're going to do this 3 more times. And it's a good thing we are, because even with me sifting it like this, when we get down towards the end, there's those little lumps in the flour. So we'll be back. 3 times. 4 times. 5 times. So we've got that nice and sifted. We're hoping for a light and fluffy cake. So next we're going to go ahead and separate our eggs. We're going to use 3 whole eggs, and we're going to use three whites. So let's get another little bowl here. This will work. All right. And I got this from Tupperware years ago. Works great. Still have it. I can't even tell you how long I've had that. Well, let's see. I got married in 1982. So I'm going to say it was the 80s I got that. Probably the early 80s. Back in the day when we had Tupperware parties. So let's see. And if you had a nice, the thing about this is you could put it over a bowl like that. And then it's a lot easier to, because it sits right on your bowl. Yeah. There was one recipe I saw where they used something like 6 or 7 eggs. There wasn't even one recipe saw 9 eggs. Like, we're not going to do that many. We'll save those yolks for something else. I'm using large eggs. And these are definitely room temperature. If you don't have one of these cool, nifty egg separators, you can definitely use your hands. So there we go, 3. And this is all going to be mixed together. So we're going to mix all the eggs, the sour cream, and the extracts and the milk. So let's put that. That was part of our other one. Our shells in here. And 3 more eggs. One, 2, and 3. All right. Let's set that aside. Put this away. And then let's put those in our measuring cup because they'll whisk nicer. All right, so we're gonna put that in the sink, and we gotta get our cup of sour cream and our cup of milk. All right. We got 1 cup of milk, and if if you don't remember to put your milk out to get it to room temperature, you can put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Oh, it's in my sugar, my other one. I think this is pretty much a whole cup, isn't it? Yes, let's just do that. We don't need to waste another dish to wash. Of course, I did get it dirty. Now we've got to wash it. Let's put that whole thing in there. In this recipe, I'm following one particular recipe where they do it a little bit a little different with the butter. A lot of times you'll cream the butter with the sugar, and then this recipe doesn't call for that. And I've made cakes like that before, where it's just a little bit of a reverse cycle on how they come out, or how they put together the cake. And I think I've made a couple cakes that way where you don't cream the butter and sugar, you do it separately, and they turned out fantastic. So oh, we gotta put the extracts. So got one tablespoon of butter extract, 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla, and we don't need much of the almond because almond is such a strong flavor. And we're only going to use 1 teaspoon of that. That should be a lot of flavor there. All right, we'll whisk this up. Woo! And smell the alcohol off of those extracts. Probably that almond, right? That's always so strong. That's good flavor. So I just want this well incorporated. You want the eggs incorporated into the liquid mixture. I've been cooking all day. I've been busy doing other stuff all day, so let me get a little punchy here. Yeah, it's nice and creamy. Let's set that aside. Can you see that? Creamy. Let's set that aside. Let's put our egg yolks in the fridge. not going to use those too soon. Don't need the flour. Let's put that away. All right, let me look at my notes and see what we're going to do next. So next we're going to mix the sugar, salt. Oh, I was supposed to do the baking soda and baking powder. I already put that in the mixture. And we're going to put the sugar, salt, flour, and mix it on low with our paddle. And let's dump it in here. And we'll mix that on low. Let's put the little shield on here so we don't get any puffs of flour. There we go. We got on that. Now we're going to take our butter, and I have 3 sticks here. I have 2 unsalted and 1 salted. And pretty much just going to cut this in tablespoon size pats. And we're going to add that to our flour mixture here. And that's going to go for about 3 or 4 minutes. 3 to 4. This is good and soft, so this is definitely room temperature. We're having a church picnic tomorrow, so everybody will bring some really good eats there. So I thought I'll try this out on them. I'm sure they won't mind being a guinea pig for birthday cake flavor. And there's plenty of kids there, right? And they should like that. Now I'm thinking about, for the filling, I might do like a cheesecake type of frosting, or I thought about doing a cheesecake and then like having cheesecake chunks with a frosting in the middle. But I don't know, I'm getting kind of tired. I don't know if we'll do that. I might make maybe like a no-bake cheesecake filling. I wanted it to be a little different. Try something a little different. So now I'm going to slowly put these in there. And let's see if I can get my camera to come up a little quicker. Let me put a few in there. It's doing its thing. Kind of just want to put them in there slowly so that not one big glop. You kind of break it up. And it's going to be like a sand-like type of mixture. Yeah, I'm going to wash my hands and bring that camera a little closer so you can get a better view. Let's see. Turn the camera. Here. Turn the angle a little bit better. And you can kind of already see it's getting that sandy type of look to it. We're not even halfway through, so, or just about. It's like playing with your food, throwing these chunks in. I'll let it do its thing a little bit better. I think I keep it on low. Yeah, low speed. And you can see it coming together a little bit. It's forming a ball. I think it's safe to put this in here. I put it up the next. No, I don't want to over. There we go. We've got all that butter in there. We'll let it go for, what, like a minute. Because we've already had it going for a little bit. And then we're going to add the egg mixture into that. I made a huge mistake, so we're going to see if this is going to work out. So cross your fingers. I can't believe I forgot to put that sugar in there. So I've got to do that now. I was supposed to put the flour and the sugar in there, and I totally forgot. So we'll see how this works out. Might not work out. I'm going to add to it now. Talk about doing it backwards. I don't want to waste all that, so I don't have any more sour cream, so we're going to hope that this will work. I can't believe I didn't remember that. I'm kind of adding it slowly, hoping it incorporates a little bit, melts down. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to try to think positively. I've come up with a whole new way of doing things. So this is 2¼ cups of sugar, which seems like so much. But there are some recipes that actually ask for 3, and I might only do 2. Because I'm really concerned about this sugar situation. Alright, so I've got 1/4 cup left, and I'm just going to put that in there. So we've used a total of 2 cups. Wash your fingers, y'all. I'm going to let this mix for less than a minute. And then I'm going to add the cream and egg mixture. Okay, I'm putting it on low, and you just add like 1/4 of this at a time, but I've kind of broken all the rolls already here, so. And then we'll have to scrape this down a little bit. It smells good. We've got about half of the mixture. I'm going to take my spatula and scrape the sides down. All right, let's put that back on low. Maybe it'll work. I'll scrape the sides down one more time. Well, it looks like it's all right. We'll see. It's still pretty thick. All right, we're adding the last of the cream and the eggs and the extract. So let's take a look at the batter. Kind of how it looks, kind of creamy. I think we're gonna be okay, even with my mishap. But we'll see in the end when we taste it. So you're gonna use these kind of rainbow sprinkles. You won't use those little disc ones. Are they called nonpareils or something like that? All the recipes recommend the rainbow sprinkles, these long skinny ones, and we're gonna use a half a cup, and we're just gonna, oh, that's what I had left, so it's a good thing. And we're gonna just gently fold those in through. You don't want to mix it with the beater because kind of will pulverize your uh, rainbow sprinkles. You know, you won't get that same effect. So I'm just kind of incorporating it through. Well, I got a splatter on my neck. I got a splatter on my shirt. I was like, oh, it was tasty. It's like one of those old movies. So I might save a little on the side on a little pan just to, because I'm nervous about how the batter is going to come out, but we'll see. Let's see if I can get them even. What I should have done is measured it with a measuring cup. But I'm ready for this to be over with. This was supposed to be fun. But I've had challenges with this. So I'm hoping it's going to be all worth it in the end. I could get my scale out. I'm just going to eyeball it at this point. And then that last little bit, I'm going to put in a small. I quickly went ahead and fixed this up, put a little more grease, coconut oil on there so that doesn't stick. And this is my little test one, because I hate to bring it somewhere and it be any that way I put it together. I don't know if it's going to make the cake tough or gritty. It looks pretty smooth from eyeballing it. I'm not going to even put flour in this one. Just going to. This was a lot of cake batter. $34.24. Oh, 34.64. Oh my gosh, that's great. So they're so close together. I was kind of like, let me just weigh them because I want them to cook evenly. All right, let's get these in the oven before something else happens. All right, let's get that in there. Oh, we're going to pull the cakes out of the oven. Pretty done. Pretty. Let's give them a little. I should bounce back. I've set these on a cooling rack for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to take them out. too hot right now. It'll just crack. It's time to flip these cakes out of the pan. Just taking a couple plates and flipping them over. Ta-da! Take that parchment paper off. There we go. Do the other one. Ta-da! Definitely gotta let these cool. We're gonna ice these tomorrow. So I'll let them cool a little bit, wrap them up tight, and good morning, friends. We're gonna make our icing for the cake. I wasn't sure exactly what I was gonna do. I wanted to do like a cheesecake type of frosting filling, but when I looked at the weather report, it's gonna be pretty hot here in the Pacific Northwest, so I thought I better just do like an American buttercream because it'll hold up better. And I can try some other time. So right now I'm gonna whip up a pound of butter. I've got 1 stick of salted in there and got 2 sticks of unsalted. And I'm deciding if I want to wait for this other stick of, I don't have, my last stick isn't softened yet. So let's get this whipped up. I'll get that softened up and I'll let you take a look at that whipped butter just so you can see how nice and white. Got that pretty white. I know the lighting isn't the greatest there, but hopefully you can see that. If you can see that on my beater here. Now we're going to add roughly about 6 cups of powdered confectionery sugar. Got a little over 4 cups. It's about 5 cups because I've got it mounded. And here we are going to put our little dome over here because we don't want it to fluff up. I'm gonna get my spatula, put some in there, and then when we mix it, we're definitely going to put that little cover on. I'm not going to put it all in there at once. I got a little left in this bag, so we're just shy of 6 cups. I'll let that mix a little bit. This is pretty quick. Our cake is nice and cool. I've got this organic vanilla bean paste, and I haven't used that yet, so I think I'm going to use some of that in here. Of course, it's going to discolor this a little bit, probably, but there's not a frosting color police out there, so I think we'll be okay. And this is, oh, it has the seeds in there, so definitely. Where's my teaspoon? So we're going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Oh yes. I think that should flavor it nice. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of butter extract. And we'll test it out. I might want to add a little bit more vanilla. I tend to like to add more vanilla to my, and we're just going to use like a half a teaspoon of almond extract. Yeah, I can tell with my sniffer I'm going to need more vanilla. And I'm going to put 2 more. So we've got a whole tablespoon of vanilla. We'll whip that up and frost our cake. And then every once in a while, make sure you scrape down the sides. Time to frost the cakes. So I had these wrapped up really tight overnight so they stay nice and fresh. Got my spatulas out. And we're gonna frost this up. So let's get a big spoon. We gotta have a fun, I thought that's a fun summery picnic type of, let's see which one is like most flattest. So I want to put that on the top. I think I'll put this on the bottom. And let's use a spatula. This has been sitting here all night. There we go. Whenever I work at the stove, I always knock my towels down. All right. I ended up adding another half a teaspoon of almond extract and a whole teaspoon of the liquid vanilla extract, not the thicker one that was more of a paste, because I just thought it needed it. We want a good amount of frosting in there. Some people call icing frosting, depending on what part of the country you are. I really don't know what the difference between icing and frosting. If you know, you can let us all know. Solve the mystery. It's like, how much? I like a good amount in the middle. That looks good. This is just let's move it over here so you can see better, huh? That might help. It's a summer picnic. It doesn't have to be fancy, but we do want it nice. We'll put some sprinkles on here after, and I gotta see if I have any more rainbow sprinkles. We might have to use some different, but I think I have some green and blue sprinkles, like the color of my plate or similar, so that will work. I think we'll just have enough icing. Try to take what's on the top and move it down so I don't get crumbs in my cake. Getting the spatula. And I didn't try that little one that I made for taste, and we'll have to try that this morning. I haven't even had a cup of coffee, y'all. So with this church picnic we're having, they made a list of so that you can put down what you're going to bring, so we don't have 20 potato salads or 20 macaroni and cheeses. I've been to summer picnics where people didn't have a list, and then everybody brought like the same thing. So you had like maybe hamburgers and hot dogs and tossed salad or potato salad. So I'll just work on smoothing that out. There we go. That's pretty good. And if I wanted it to be smoother, I can take my spatula and put it in some hot water. Let's get a paper towel. Put it in a cup of hot water. And you can just slide that over. Make it smoother. And we'll do the same thing for the sides. I don't think the cake frosting police will be out today at the picnic, so the kids won't care. But us ladies, we do like to have a nice looking cake. Hi everybody, so we are back and we finally have the cake ready. Boy, it's been a busy day, but we got her done and I'm hoping that turns out great. So let's take a look. So here it is, friends, our rainbow sprinkle birthday cake flavor cake. And on the inside, it has the rainbow sprinkles. And then on the outside, I want to do a tribute to the Seattle Seahawks because we are in the Pacific Northwest. And I thought this turned, thanks. You notice the colors?
Yeah, Seahawks.
Yep, go Seahawks, right? Here's the sample cake. Before I serve anyone, I've got to make sure that that sugar melted. Remember, we had that problem. So this is a gluten-free birthday cake flavor, and I love the way it turned out. So here's the test. Cross your fingers. It's very good. It's smooth. Ah! I'm so happy because I was really worried about that. So remember this cake recipe, we made our own cake flour with all-purpose gluten-free flour and cornstarch. We sifted it 5 times. This is one of the best gluten-free cakes, okay? Has nothing to do with me. This is a good recipe. The buttercream we did with organic vanilla bean paste, butter extract, and a little bit of almond extract. That's a win. I'm thinking this is going to please most people. Yep.
Okay.
We get a close up of you slicing them over here. Here I am bossing her around. Hi, friends. All right, I'm just gonna do a small.
Out of those two, though.
You're done with the Pez, and then it's like.
It's hard to get that first piece out.
Yes. Somebody give us a good tip on that one.
Here we go.
I got that. That's beautiful.
Turned out pretty good. So.
Okay, I'm not sure I got it good. Okay.
Thank you. Batter into the cake pan. So let's lift this up. Ah! Oh my gosh. Hold on.